I'm Cynthia Schiller. We're going to talk about how to keep a long distance love alive. The hardest love to fall for is long distance love. Relationships are definitely hard work, but when you add distance between the two of you, it can become even more complicated. Long distance relationships quite common these days as the internet brings people together from all over the world. Being in this type of relationship can be very difficult, also confusing at times. All relationships take work, but long distance relationships take a bit more work in the way of communication, compromise, understanding. Many people believe that long distance relationships can't work. It's true that a large number of these long distance relationships do fail, but this is true of relationships that do not deal with the distance as well. So it doesn't really matter. Relationships are hard. There are ways to make them work. They just need a little extra effort, even some planning. What many people don't realize is there are many benefits to being in a long distance romance. When you understand how fortunate you are to have someone at the other end willing to go the distance, you won't waste another minute pining away for your lover. And the truth is, these type of long distance relationships, just like all relationships, come in many shapes and sizes. There are challenges to maintain these type of relationships that satisfy both partners. It involves two people who share an interest in each other's lives, that care for one another, and of course have a love for each other that they hope will only continue to grow. But on the other hand, these type of relationships require a special kind of willingness and also understanding that can test love like no other type of relationship. It requires constant communication, a desire to continually create your relationship using the only real tool you have when you guys are apart, your words. The most difficult thing within these long distance relationships is the distance. And there are some ways that we can have some fun with each other. We can play games or cards over the internet, watch a movie together by renting the same movie, start at the same time, talking on the phone. You can make gifts for each other, create a list of things to do that once you see each other, you can do certain things, or you can do it over Zoom, and it'll definitely help make your relationship work. One of the first keys to success in these long distance relationships, you got to remember that communication. Both people, they need to feel that they are an active part of the other's life. The best accomplished mints are through sharing these. You can use email, webcam, digital pictures, and that can kind of make you feel that you're closer together. But nothing really replaces the intimacy of hearing your partner's voice. No relationship will last without communication. So pick up that phone, have a conversation every day, chat with each other for 15 minutes at least. Just let them know that you're thinking about them, miss them, and everybody loves to hear that they're missed. Long distance relationships can work. You just need that commitment and talk about it. Talk about what your needs and expectations are. Both people involved, when they're committed, it will go better. So whether it's through the phone, emails, written letters, communication is something that we all take for granted when we are in the presence of one another. But when you are dealing with a long distance relationship, you don't have the benefit of body language to help communicate. So there communication is what you need to rely on. Trusting that the person on the other end of the long distance relationship can be sometimes difficult. It can be challenging. People often have a hard time believing the words that are passed along during a phone conversation if they can't actually see the source, or unless they truly trust the source. And it also can go to your insecurities. So we have to trust our partner, and without trust and honesty, the relationship is in danger, just as it would be any other relationship. So get to know your person. If they are a trustworthy person, then you have to trust them. If there are red flags, we have to address that. I do have a Soul Survivor dash Cynthia on YouTube, which deals with narcissistic relationships, but hopefully you're in a loving, trusting relationship. Comment below if you'd like the link to the other site. But without trust and honesty, this relationship will be in danger, just like any other relationship. But accepting the challenge of a long distance relationship, you can also accept the fact that you will have the trust and faith that your partner will not be somebody seeing somebody else's promise. So you do need to discuss that. Don't just assume that you guys are both on the same page. Commit to it. Photos are important since you two can't be physically together. Photos will have to suffice. Take some fun photos of yourself and send them sealed with a kiss to your loved one. Also, to keep the magic alive, plan a visit. Promise that you will visit each other and keep that promise. This will make each other happy. There are days when you may feel lonely. There are moments when you long for that touch instead of just a call. Your bond can still endure though, whether separated by an ocean or an outlook. The shortest distance between two hearts is love. And love will bring you guys together and it'll bring you through it. There just needs to be that communication, that commitment, and make it a little fun. Try a couple of those little games, a couple Zoom calls, and just have faith. Faith can move mountains. Good luck to you.